Congratulations on your new Stewart sign, and thank you for becoming a part of the growing family of Stewart sign owners. This video is designed to guide you through the sign installation process. For this purpose, we have selected a typical size and model. Please speak with your consultant about any special instructions for your particular sign. Stewart Signs provides a free, easy-to-use self-installation kit with every sign. This kit typically includes a footer detail instruction sheet, anchor bolts with nuts and washers, and a template. It is designed to save you thousands of dollars in third-party installation costs. Installation involves digging a hole to the depth specified in your footer detail instructions. As you reach the end of the dig, measure the hole at various locations to be sure that the proper depth has been achieved. Do not dig too deeply because refilling the hole with loose dirt may result in the sign settling after it is installed. Once you reach the right depth, you will place in the rebar and the supplied anchor bolts. The anchor bolts are then aligned with the supplied template that matches the base plates of your new sign. The hole is then filled with concrete. After the concrete has cured, the sign is bolted onto the foundation. This method of installation provides wind protection in excess of 120 miles per hour. To begin this first step, you will need a shovel or backhoe to dig the hole, a level, hammer, trowel, edging tool, and a drill. The materials you will need include lumber for framing the footer hole, a plywood board to make the template, rebar cut to the proper lengths according to the provided instructions, wire ties to secure them, and a piece of electrical conduit. The rebar and wire ties will create a strong foundation and should be constructed in a crisscross pattern as shown. Check the distance of the bolts for shifting during the concrete pouring process based on the template using the center of the bolt as the reference point. Adjust them as needed. Remove the plywood template. Smooth the concrete with a trowel. Use an edging tool to complete the sides of the footer. Recheck the measurements again after troweling is completed. After 2 to 3 days of curing, the footer will be ready for the sign installation. You may find a crowbar or other tools useful to uncrate the sign. As you unpack, make sure the sign is stabilized with the help of others. Stewart Signs recommends the rental of lifting equipment to offload your sign and lift it into place. Please note that it is your responsibility to have a licensed electrician to connect the sign for illumination purposes. Before putting the sign into place, replace the first set of nuts and washers. Check them with a level and adjust them as necessary. With the sign ready to be installed on the concrete footer, move the sign into position with the anchor bolts. Lower the sign and bolt it down with the remaining nuts and washers. Tighten them with a wrench to secure the bolts in place. Check a final time to be sure that the sign is level. For a stub leg installation where the sign cabinet and base arrive in separate pieces, you will need to feed a string through the top of the leg set and pull it through the bottom as shown. Be sure to do this on the side of the sign with the electrical access panel. If a junction box is present in part of your installation process, secure the string from the sign leg to the string running to the junction box. Align the legs of the sign with the bolts and lower it into place. Secure them with the additional washers and bolts and tighten them with a wrench. Check a final time to be sure that the sign is level. Raise the cabinet and reach into the stub legs to retrieve the electrical wires. Pull them out and attach them to the string previously lowered through the leg set. Be sure that the two sections are securely connected. We suggest using electrical tape to be sure the ends do not separate. Any wire slack should be moved into the leg set so it is not pinched as the sign is lowered. Before lowering the sign onto the leg set, cut the wire tie holding the other end of the USB cable and make the proper data connections. Securing them with electrical tape. Lower the sign into place. During the lowering process, pull the wire by the string down through the leg by keeping the line taut. Secure the stub legs in place by screwing the hex bolts on the sides of the leg set using the touch-up paint provided with your sign. You can use a hole torn in a quarter folded piece of paper to match the bolts to the rest of your sign. Open the electrical access panel on sign leg and pull the electrical wires up through leg using the string that was dropped through earlier. Before you begin, be sure that the power is off. Connect white wire to white wire, black wire to black wire, and green wire to green wire. Place all of the wires back in leg and close the access panel. You will also receive a box with other items for your sign along with the sign shipment. In addition to the touch-up paint, you may receive equipment such as antenna, if your sign has a Wi-Fi connection, accompanying instructions, and other components unique to your particular sign. For the Wi-Fi connection, attach the antenna to the side of the sign and bend it so that it is at a 90-degree angle. Please ensure that there is a direct line of sight between both antennas. If you ever need to open your sign cabinet, begin by unscrewing the hex bolts on both sides of the bottom of the cabinet. The sign has prop arms much like those used for the hoods of many cars. Simply lift the sign face and put the rods into place. To close the cabinet, lower the prop arms and lower the cabinet face to close the sign. For best aesthetics and to prevent water intrusion, be sure to remove the eye bolt at the top of the cabinet and replace it with a rubber washer, metal washer, and bolt. Be sure that this is securely tightened so that water is not able to seep in and damage the electrical components. Your sign installation is now complete. We're sure that your sign will serve you well for many years to come. But if you ever have customer service questions about your sign, please feel free to call our dedicated support line. Tell us about your experience with Stewart Signs and how the sign has impacted your organization by visiting stewartsigns.com/testimonial. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget our referral program, where you can earn up to $100 per referral. Visit our website at stewartsigns.com/referral for details. Thank you again for purchasing a Stewart sign, and we hope you think of us for any of your future signage needs.